Hello my loves, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. It has been a minute since I did a review. I don't really do too much damage on a frequent basis, but when I do, you know I like to get the good stuff. Today I actually am going to be reviewing this gorgeous new Velvet Dionysus that I picked up from Gucci. I actually thought I was Gucci'd out for a bit, but I did stumble back into Gucci, and you know, if you're not new on the channel, you know that I love my designer bags, specifically Gucci, Rucci like Gucci, and to say the least, history has a way of repeating itself. So today I have a lovely new Gucci bag to review for you. I'm actually going to be unboxing it for the first time since I got it. I'm so excited because honestly I can't even quite remember what it feels like, so I'm really excited to show you what I picked up as well as tell you a bit about the bag, see how it compares to the other bags in the Dionysus line, and of course tell you a few ways that I might style it, but of course you'll be seeing this all over my Instagram and TikTok anyway. So if you're in the market for a new designer bag or you're just feeling spendy and wanted a little bit of inspiration, please keep watching. Okay, so in every review video I like to give you a little rundown based on the actual brand's website and how they describe the product itself. I'm not too sure if it was a limited edition release. I know the materials used for this bag are definitely a lot more rare at Gucci. I don't think I've seen them used for any other products beyond the bag that I'm going to show you, but correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe this bag came out a couple years ago. I remember seeing it in the storefronts when it had first come out, and I was just so in love with it, but I was still building out my designer bag collection. I wanted to add some more staples to my collection before picking out something that was a little more fun, which this one definitely is. And I decided to pass on it at the time, but funny enough, I walked into an outlet more recently, and lo and behold, the one bag that caught my eye the second I walked in was this beautiful Velvet Dionysus. They only had one of one, they had received it that day, and I just knew it was a sign, because after all these years for that bag to find me, I couldn't say no. But anyway, beyond that poetic reunion, I did manage to find a bit of a description online about this bag, so let's get into it. This is the Velvet GG Monogram Dionysus shoulder bag in the brown vintage cocoa. It is so beautiful. And again, let me reiterate, I have not seen this material or just kind of like this colorway even very much in Gucci at all. I knew right off the bat when I saw it that it was something that I was going to get a decent amount of use out of because I love my neutrals. I love this tone of brown. If you're building out your collection of designer bags and are looking to add more pieces with personality and ones that will really add that wow factor to whatever outfits you decide to pair them with, this bag is definitely a strong contender. I'm personally a Dionysus girl. If you're not new here, I have already reviewed my Dionysus bag, a Marmont bag, and I've also done a comparison between the two, so feel free to check those out. But yeah, I love me a good Dionysus, and this one is just so unique. So this bag is a beautiful cocoa brown with leather and velvet, and it does have an embroidered monogram in the velvet. The iconic chain strap on this one is a little bit more of a gunmetal chrome color. The bag has a chain that is 140 centimeters in total length, so it can be worn over the shoulder as a shoulder bag or as a crossbody. This is the beauty. Oh my god, I'm so excited to actually see it in person again. I'm definitely very happy with my choice. I'm not sure if I said it's a medium-sized bag before, but this is the smaller Dionysus. Honestly, it's quite a big size. Like I said, there is a pocket at the front that I will get into in a second. Then there's the main compartment as well, so this has a decent amount of storage in it. I'm generally someone that prefers smaller bags anyway, and especially as of late, I've been a huge mini bag advocate, so this is more than enough space for me. In terms of the material, you can see that it is this gorgeous brown that has so much dimension to it. It does have the monogram GG on it, but I like that in certain lights it's a little bit more subtle and understated, and then in other lighting the GG monogram is a little bit more vibrant and just pops a bit more. It's in this gorgeous like blush champagne color. And you've got the iconic closure here with the tiger heads and the gorgeous crystal detailing. I really love the mix of the warm and cool tones here, with the hardware being a little bit more cool toned and then the actual material being warm toned. I feel like there's so much versatility and flexibility that this bag brings. Obviously, it's got a decent amount of personality with the monogram and the crystals, but I feel like together everything just works so well, and you can actually get a decent amount of wear out of this bag even on a less dressy or formal day. Another thing, I am such a fan of how chunky the chain is. I really love Gucci's chain straps. They are done so well. I think they're just so substantial, and I love that this one is just a really nice heavyweight chain. Again, of course you can style this in a couple different ways. I really love this bag as a shoulder bag, but of course you can get away with wearing this as a crossbody too. Tried and true Dionysus wallet on chain is such a staple. Honestly, I still wear that bag so much. It probably is one of my most worn bags to this day, and I reach for it so frequently still. That one is my favorite for like a crossbody look just because it's a little smaller. I feel like the bags that are a little larger than the wallet on chain, I like to wear as shoulder bags. The height of my camera right now is not ideal, so please just ignore this awkward stance, but just so you guys get an idea of what it looks like as a shoulder bag on me, I'm 5'5.5", around 115 pounds, and this is what the small Dionysus looks like. I think this is perfect. I love the length of the chain. I think the height that it's at on me is perfect. I don't like when bags are like a little too high at this size because it's just a little hard to get into the bag. And then to turn this into a crossbody, all you do is just drop one side and pull it through. Easy as pie. This definitely still works as a crossbody, but I'd probably get a lot more use out of it as a shoulder bag. But the good thing is you do have the option here. So beautiful, beautiful bag. And I think the height that it hits me at as well is really good. Also, yes, I'm in sweatpants, and hopefully that helps paint the picture that yes, this bag will elevate an outfit, but it can't be like this casual. So just bear that in mind. It might help inform as to whether this bag is for you, depending on what your personal style is like. I'm not in sweatpants all the time, I promise. So there is this button closure here, and when you open it up, you see the gorgeous chocolate leather that is on the inside of this bag as well as on the side. There's actually a little leather flap that protects this front pocket, which I think is so good because whether you're throwing your phone in there or some really easily accessible essentials, whether it's like a pack of gum or a lip gloss, nothing's gonna fall out of that because of this little flap that closes the pocket. So I really like that touch. And then the inside of the bag is actually lined with this stunning teal like satin kind of material. I really like that it's not something that catches too much hair, or at least it doesn't seem like it does. It's a nice touch, and I feel like it's gonna make looking for things really easy because it's so bright. Like the description said, this is a beautifully structured bag. It stands pretty well on its own, and it has the leather base as well. I would definitely say this is not the bag to wear when it's really rainy out. It's a stunning color for the fall and winter, but of course, because of the weather conditions, you wanna make sure that you are keeping this bag safe. Velvet is definitely something that's a bit more high maintenance. You wanna make sure that the material stays nice and clean. It doesn't get any sort of moisture in it because it can start to like bunch up and just look really bad. I was really looking for something that had a little bit of glitz and glam to it. Obviously the velvet is stunning, and I love how reflective and just dimensional it is, but the crystals in this closure are really what did it for me. Now, if you are new to Gucci or the Dionysus line or just designer bags overall, I definitely recommend checking out the other videos in the playlist that I have linked here. They'll help you get a little bit more informed about these products and just what their finish material is like, as well as what their durability and versatility is like. Let me tell you a bit about what my personal thoughts are when it comes to the versatility and durability of this piece. Personally, I think if you're someone that likes your neutrals, there are a lot of ways that you can style this bag. It definitely is one that has a lot more personality to it than something like a plain black leather bag. But of course, if you were looking for something that has a bit more of that pizzazz factor, this is the perfect bag, and I feel like it all comes down to how you style this. You can wear this with a really simple outfit and just have it be perfectly balanced out at that point, but you can totally elevate any outfit. I think this is going to be a beautiful occasion bag, and especially if you're someone that likes a little bit of glitz, a little bit of glam, this has all of that. Now, given that it is velvet, like I said before, it is a little bit more delicate, so it comes down to a few different factors. One, how frequently you're planning on wearing this bag. This I wouldn't necessarily say would be like an everyday beater bag just because of obviously the look of it, but also the material. So that's one thing to consider, and if you are someone that's looking to build out your collection just in the early stages at this point, I wouldn't necessarily recommend going for a bag like this just because, again, you want to be able to wear that bag really frequently, really easily, and not have to worry too much about the material. And I feel like this one would require a little bit more attention and care. Another thing would obviously be weather. This is a beautiful bag that I think can work year-round. I would definitely say fall, winter would be the ideal times to wear this color at least, and just the look of this bag would look incredible with any sort of fall and winter themed outfit. But given that the weather is a little wonky during those times of year, whether it's with snow, rain, any sort of precipitation, you really do want to be careful. So I can't recommend having a like fabric protector for this enough. Other thing would obviously be your dust bags. Make sure that you are using them, because given that this one is a lot more delicate than something like a true 100% leather bag, you want to make sure it can be as protected and as babied as possible. So your dust bag will be your best friend when you're not getting use out of your Dionysus. Of course, if you want to see this baby in action, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because I'm finally going to be able to take this out on the town now that it's out of its packaging. So stay tuned for any sort of outfits or styling tips, let me know if you do want to see those as well. Aside from that, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been great chatting with you. I'll be back very soon. So until then, let's chat in the comments. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.